guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. My name is Madeline Darkfall, and today I am going to be reading Star Stable Reddit posts. I know, Reddit is a scary place. But I was doom scrolling last night, I couldn't sleep, and I wanted ideas for what I could do in another video. So, since I need to train because poor Holly Leaf here is only a level 3, we are just gonna read some of these and I'm gonna give you my own hot takes on some of these as I read them. And I'm just gonna respond to stuff that is posted. So sit back, relax, grab your ice cream, and let's get into it. So starting off, I actually already did Steve's race before I decided to record. So we're gonna start over here with Ty and Crocosaur. I think that is so cute. I wish they wouldn't have taken the frogs out of the game, or maybe they're still in here. I'm not sure. I want one. I want one really bad. So first, this is confession time. And this user wrote, oh, I'm really bad at reading these and training. There was a time I was simping for Darko so hard that I remade him and my character in The Sims 3. Oh goodness, I can see where this is going. Remade him and my character in The Sims 3, made them marry and have 15 kids for an achievement. I'm not proud of it, but it still makes me laugh. Oh my goodness. I'll get better at this eventually. I'm so sorry. So, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. When I was younger and we first met the Dark Riders, Darko was probably one of my Star Stable crushes, if you will. I know, that sounds crazy, but I was a little kid and I thought Darko was the most amazing character I'd ever seen. Next one, this person said, I used to hide in bushes to stalk realistic roleplays. You know what? Valid. Because I did the exact same thing. I loved just sitting in the bushes and seeing what everybody else was doing because I was never really, well, I can't say I never was because then I'd be lying. I used to roleplay when I was a wee child on this game, but since I've grown up, I do not roleplay anymore. I know, pretty boring, but I just don't. Like, I get on here, I do what I need to do, and then I hang out with friends, and then I log off. Like, that's just my day in Star Stable. I do championships, I do flats. I guess flats would kind of be a role play. I mean, you're role playing, kinda. Would dressage technically kind of be a role play too? No, maybe? I don't know. Next. This one I can relate to 100% because me too. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that. Me too. I used to hate Loretta so much that every time she was mean to me, back in the old mean Loretta days, I would threaten to take Justin away from her even though I didn't like him. I just wanted her to stop being mean. Now you see why I said me too, because honestly, when Loretta was mean, for the new players who are just starting out on Star Stable, y'all are getting the sweet Bobcat. Like when I was a kid, I literally had never felt more hated by a video game character than I did by Loretta. And that's what's crazy is like she was so mean. You and your horse were ugly. You'll never be good enough to be on the Bobcats team. Justin was hers and you better not get near him. It was just crazy. Like, the whole idea behind her was like crazy. And now seeing her so nice, it's like it's not even the same character anymore. I mean, it is, but it isn't. Like, I'm glad she's not as mean as she was back then for us. But yeah, those were some crazy days. I'm gonna be so honest with you. Those were some crazy days. So next, we have, one time I was riding around and crashed into something. Someone said LOL in the chat, and even though I couldn't see them, I presumed they were laughing at me. I immediately logged out and swapped servers. I wish I could chalk it up to youth, but I was a grown adult at the time. Again, me too, honestly. Because there have been so many times that in the chat, I've said something And I'm a very social outgoing person, but at the same time, like I get so nervous talking that sometimes I still do this to this day. Okay. I will go if I want to say something in like global, like even just advertising for my club, I will go somewhere where there's not any other people, just to talk in global because standing at Steve's and talking in global where everybody can see me is just terrifying. But it makes no sense because they're gonna see my name in the chat anyways, so why am I so nervous to be around people in global? It makes no sense, but it is what it is. It says, I talk to my horse and my pets all the time, and I apologize whenever I run us into something, y'all. I do the same thing. I'll run into a fence or something and I'll just be like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Like, I did not mean to do that at all. I'm sure there are a lot of other people that do this as well. Because I feel like it's not just a couple of people type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Next. Next we have I love Sabine so much that I made her in a different game so that I can talk to her year round. You know what? Valid. Valid, valid, valid. Because my favorite event in this game is the festival where Sabine is there and you get to do the race with her and she's so mean to you. I don't know why, but I love her. I love her energy. And like I love Sabine. She's my favorite Dark Rider out of all of them probably. And Arissa, I'm not sure if I'm saying this correctly. I'm so sorry. I love her too. She's so unhinged that if I could, I'd make her in another game as well. Just to like have that mean little sister type of vibe because it's just so fun. Like it brings a lot of personality to this game and I really like that they have such a big personality in this game. Okay, so this next one says when the NPC Bobcat girls said hi, I would say hi back in chat. You know what? Me too. Because they have the chat bubble as if they're actual characters, and with SSO recreating all of the characters and like giving them updated designs, they look just like us. Like all the time, I'll be like doing quests or just running around training. And I'll literally have to do a double take because I can't tell if it's an NPC running up on me or if it's another player running up on me because they look so similar. There was this one time when they first updated the NPCs and started adding like the NPCs that actually move around the different areas. I was in Moreland doing some training, and you know the NPC that walks around or trots around Moreland? Yeah, I was doing training over there and I was so confused on why this player was not running during the race. Like I thought they were doing the race that I was doing, but they were like just cantering and I was like, why are you just cantering the race? I mean, props to you. You do you. But at the same time, I was so confused. Later, I realized that it was just the updated NPC. And I was like, okay, no wonder you were just cantering in the same direction I was going because you're not even a real player. So this next one says, I used to have a crush on Justin in 2012 when I started playing and thought that our character would end up with him. When I got Justin's jacket, it was the only shirt I wore. In my defense, I was only 10. Honestly, yes, I also did the same thing. When I was little, it was between Justin and Darko once we got to those quests because I really thought that I would be able to get with them and our character would have like this romantic experience in the game. Because I mean, little me thought that we were just gonna be here for the summers, so why not have like a summer fling? You know what I'm saying? That's so cringy. Oh my gosh. Ah! I think it's so funny. that we used to go through that, because what were we thinking? Little Kid Us was so funny. And honestly, I wonder if any of the like new players still think the same, even with like updated quests. I honestly have not done a playthrough of the new quest, and I feel like I need to. So next, we're gonna be reading some embarrassing confessions. I'm sure the others were embarrassing too, but I just found another subreddit for embarrassing confessions. So we're gonna go down the list of some of you guys' most embarrassing confessions in the game. Oh yay! Look at us, we've already got her to level 5. So the first one is when you and another player just happen to be doing the same race at the same speed, so you clip with each other I hate this, so I tend to slow down a bit and let the other player go first. I am not the same way. I am not the same way. I love to compete. I know I said in an earlier video I'm not competitive, but like friendly competition where where it's like you and someone else are doing the same race at the same time, I tend to be like, ooh, I bet you I'm faster than you. And then if I'm not, I'm like, man, you know what? It's the tack I have on. I need to go change. Oh my gosh, how did I just run straight into that? So the here's my little confession on that. So in the Moreland races, the ones that you can see the other players, like Loretta's race and Tan's race, um, hi. Um, if I start the race like after like a newer player starts the race, I will purposely like pass them and keep looking back just so they know that like I'm the faster person. Like get like me. That sounds so mean, but it's not meant to be. It's meant to be like more funny. This next one's pretty funny. Accidentally running into something or doing the taking pictures or picking up stuff type quests that make me wonder if people are watching me walk and stop randomly over and over. I'm gonna be honest. I still to this day will be so confused when I'm sitting there like doing a quest or something and I see someone just start walking, stop walking, start walking, stop walking. I'm like, what are they doing? But they're probably just doing like a quest or some reputation. But I'll sit there and I'll watch them for a second just to see like where they're gonna take this. Like, is it just like I get intrigued by the most random things in this game. Once you finish all your dailies and all your training and there's really nothing left to do, all you can do is just kind of hang around and just enjoy the little funny moments. So someone else said, failing jumps or missing checkpoints in championships. Yes. Just yes. I get so embarrassed when that happens to me. And I don't know why. Like I guess it's kind of like the same thing where like I don't want to talk in front of people at like Steve's or something. But if I'm in a championship and I miss a checkpoint and I don't get back to it in time to finish the championship, I'll call for pickup and I'll go hide so that nobody can see me because I feel like they're making fun of me or they're watching me. It's funny. Oh, there's my best friend Jazz. This next one makes me giggle so much because every time it happens to me, I just laugh so hard. But doing a synchronized rear with other people and accidentally dismounting instead of rearing, I cannot tell you the amount of times that I have done this personally. It's honestly embarrassing. It's funny, but it's embarrassing because why are you getting off your horse right now? Get back on there. More for the giggles because I myself have done this so many times. But being first in a race, but having the jump delay act up or the horse getting stuck on something 3 feet away and losing that spot. Yeah, honestly, I do the exact same thing. And every single time, like I said, I will just go to my home stable and sulk and hope that nobody remembers me from that moment because why did I do that? How did that even happen? Why? Why? I don't understand it. And it just makes me feel so embarrassed because, like, I'm doing so good and I'm, like, hyping myself up just for that to happen at the last moment. Another good one that happens to me far too often is going to reply to somebody in Say Chat and instead typing in global. This has happened to me in numerous occasions. And it's not just Say Chat, it's any chat. I was talking to my friend, one of my club members, about something one day, and we were talking about something that was going on in global because let me tell you, there's always something going on in global on Nightstar. That's the entertaining thing about Nightstar. Is something's always going on. So we were chatting about it in club chat, and while I was reading, like, stalking global, I accidentally said what I meant to say to her. What I meant to say to her in global. When I tell you I've never logged off of a game so fast, and it wasn't anything bad. Like, I just felt so embarrassed for saying something in global that I just immediately logged off and was like, I'll come back later and hopefully no one again will remember me from saying that. Now we have failing the group races at the equestrian festival. I feel so bad anytime that happens. I feel so bad because most of the time, like, if I don't have a friend online doing the equestrian festival with me, I'll type in chat and be like, does anyone want to group me for this race so we can get the XP and stuff for it? And they'll group me and we'll do it, but I'll fail on, like, a jump or something, or I'll hit a object and fail it, and it fails it for both of us. Oh, I feel so bad. I feel so bad, like, shame, shame me. Um, so I'll apologize, like, 50 million times. They're like, "It's okay, we can redo it," and I feel so bad about it, because why did I do that? Doing daily races in crowded places and having other people watch as you jump over the obstacles, which are non-existent from their POV. Bonus points if you trip. Why do I always want to go to the left? Oh my goodness, there's a wall. That kind of ties in with the others of, now I'm getting embarrassed right now because people are probably watching me, like, go the complete wrong way in this race. My favorite is the Baroness racetrack when you're doing the big leaf jumps, because if you miss it, you're just, like, smacking thin air, and it's so funny. Oh my goodness, I'm proving my own point. Oh my gosh. This one's also a mood. Buying a horse that was released a few months ago. It feels embarrassing riding a level 1 Shire. So, that's how I feel currently. I am on H&M All-In. They've been in the game for a couple of months, and I'm just now getting around to training my All-In. And what's crazy is I got All-In and Indiana at the same time. Why am I going this way? I got All-In and Indiana at the same time, and Indiana is already fully maxed, but poor All-In has just been chilling in my home stable for the past few months because I just haven't gotten around to training them yet. This one also makes me giggle because I do it all the time. Well, I thought it all the time. But leveling up your horse in front of other players, I thought the animation was something only you could see, not everyone else. Yeah, I thought it was too until I was in a call with one of my friends and I leveled up my horse and I was like, oh, I'm so happy I leveled so and so up. And they were like, yeah, we know. Oh, just oh. You see me all happy and it's funny. It's funny. Following another player around for a while, very obviously, because I like one of their clothes, equipment, or horse, but they're moving too fast for me to be able to click on them and inspect them. I have done this so often. I will be sitting at, say, Steve's or somewhere, and I'll see a player with, like, a horse or some clothes that I think are really cute, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I really like that. but then they start running away. So I instinctively will run after them to see what they're wearing because I really want to buy it and I don't want to take the time to like sit for a while searching the database to try and find it. And I feel so I feel so bad because like they probably think I'm like chasing them and I really just want to know what they're wearing. I'm so sorry to anybody who has witnessed me doing this because I sadly have done it far too often. Not really embarrassed by anything, but this one time I failed a jump and started spamming the space key, and my horse started doing its special move. I am somebody that does not stick to the roads when I'm trying to do a quest or go somewhere. I like to try and rock climb as much as possible. And there was the other day, I was doing some reputation quest. I think it was token. And I ended up falling off of the cliff onto a rock. And I always tell I always tell my friends, I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna get stuck. Like, I don't have to call for pickup, I'll figure it out. And I got stuck in this rock and they were like laughing so hard at me and making fun of me because I normally am like a pro at rock climbing. But I got stuck and I was like spamming the space key to try and get myself unstuck. And I was on, I want to say either my Mustang or my Hanoverian. I do not remember which one it was, to be completely honest with you. And I just started doing this special animation. And it made all of us laugh even harder because I was trying to get myself out of this rock and my horse would not stop doing the special animation because I was trying to jump out of the rock. And it was so funny, but so embarrassing at the same time because it was in a populated area where I'm sure a whole lot of other people could see me just sitting there struggling trying to get out of this rock. It was so funny. I laughed so hard about it. Now we're going into your weirdest SSO secrets. When I'm telling y'all, I doom scrolled for so long last night and just could not stop laughing. I knew I had to share some of these with you because they had me cracking up, y'all. It was so funny. I know I'm not laughing as hard right now because I'm like trying not to be just a laughing mess. But here is your weirdest SSO. So the first one is SSO in itself is my dirty secret. Mine too. I have like certain friends in real life that know I play. Who am I kidding? I have one friend in real life that knows I play. And she's so supportive of me because she knows how much I love this game, but she would never personally play it. And I like do not let anyone know that I play this game. I feel like it shouldn't be such a secret that I play this game. If I tell somebody I play a silly little horse game, like what are they gonna think of me? I don't know. Eventually maybe I'll be like, yeah, I play this horse game and it's really fun and y'all can get over it, but we're just not there yet. We really are just not there yet. When I was a noob, I said hi back to the NPCs, thinking they were real people. And look at me hitting the wrong keys trying to read this. Thinking they were real people. I did this for a few times until I figured out that they were not real. This next one says, sometimes I go around the map just to judge everyone's outfits like I'm a fashion designer. Have y'all been on a server where you're hanging out at, say, Steve's or something, and these people will just come up to you and be like, can I rate your outfit? I don't know why, but whenever those people start coming out and like rating people's outfits, I will run away. I will run away so fast just because I don't want to get a poor. Oh my goodness. I don't want to get a poor rating on my outfit in front of everybody because then I'll be like, oh no, I'm not really good at picking outfits. I've always been the person that like finds one good outfit and wears it for like 3 months straight until I finally have the courage to try and find a new outfit. I've always been that way, but here recently I've started, branching out a little bit more. And most of the time, my outfits are literally just my club's outfit. Other people took time to put it together and it looks good, so I just wear it. Okay, so this one, this one says, when I was a little kid and had first started playing Star Stable, I didn't know that you could train your horses or do championships. So I would just buy horses and they would all be level 1. I cannot say that I've done this. Well, I can say I've done this because if you look in my home stable, I have so many Gen 1 horses that have never touched a race in their life. Like, they are all sitting at level 1, and it's pretty pitiful. I had a time lapse where I actually stopped playing the game for like 2 years. And so when I came back, we had like newer generation horses. And so I would just buy the new gen horses and I completely threw my little gen ones to the back of my mind and never trained them. And even now, I still have some Generation 2 horses that are not even trained because I bought them for, say, a club or a certain activity that I thought I might need them for, and then ended up not needing them or wanting them anymore, so they just kind of rot in my home stable. When I was a kid, I would email Star Stable that I got hacked and ask them to give back my star coins. So, going off of this, let me just tell y'all a little story. When I was a little kid, this is so sad to say, but when I was little, I really wanted star coins. And so I would look up how to get star coins on Star Stable. And apparently there used to be this program that you could download that would cheat in star coins for you. So being the naive little kid that I was, I decided to download it and try it, which resulted in me getting my account banned. And that's why I didn't play Star Stable for 2 years, is because my account was banned. Alright, just a couple of more, and then we'll probably call it a day on this. But let's get back into it. I literally do not know how people... Oh my goodness. I literally do not know how people get a high score on this. I have never in my life had a score. Oh my goodness. See, I'm not good at training. So, but anyways. So the next one is accidentally sending a friend invite when I wanted to inspect someone. And you know what? That's the realest thing I think I've heard, because I cannot tell you the amount of times I myself have been wanting to inspect someone about something, or wanting to inspect them to see like their clothes or their horse or something, and then sending them a friend invite. It's so embarrassing because like you can't take back friend invites. So they either accept it or they decline it, and if they accept it, then you're just sitting there with a new friend you're probably never going to talk to. And I will keep that person on my friends list for a good couple of months out of sheer fact that like I'm too embarrassed to say that I didn't mean to friend them or immediately unfriend them because I feel like that's mean. Like, I don't want to immediately unfriend you and like prove that I didn't want to friend you, so I just act like I wanted to be friends, I guess, and never say anything, and then a couple of months later just clear out my friends list and hope that they never see me in game ever again. I had no idea that you had to take care of your horse in order for it to be faster. So I was always the last one during championships. I was also fuming about it when I was playing. Look at me doing the embarrassing things that I talk about in this video while I talk about them. When I was little, I also did not know that your horse's mood affected how fast you were. And so I would legit not take care of my horses, and then I would be so confused on why everyone was so much faster than me. Even if we had on like the same outfit, like if I copied their outfit and I still wasn't as fast as them, it would make no sense to me at all. This one says playing around with the emote and looking at the names of other players' horses and accidentally getting angry at other players. I have done this so often. When the emotes first came out, I did not realize that if you had clicked on somebody and their name was at the top of your screen up here, like you were gonna inspect them or something, I did not realize that it would make every one of your emotes towards them. And there was one time I had inspected somebody. Then I wanted to do a cute little photo shoot in the same area. So every time I would do an emote for my photo shoot, it would say Madeline Darkfall is angry at so and so. Nobody understood why I was angry at so and so. I didn't even know why I was angry at so and so. And I could not figure out for the life of me how to make it go away. I know. One brain cell problems. But it was just so funny. Oh my goodness, I'm missing checkpoints trying to read these. So this one says, I don't remember much besides the fact I didn't realize you could use the trailers for transport. And so I rode everywhere to begin with. And it was so exhausting. Let me tell you, transports used to not be a thing, and running around the entire map was very exhausting. Actually, I think we had transports from Moreland to Fort Pinta in the main 4 or 5 places in the map, but everywhere else you didn't have transports and you had to run there, and it was so exhausting. Also, for the longest time, I didn't know there was a trailer to Jarlheim, and so all the time I would trailer to Wolf Hall Inn and run all the way to Jarlheim, not knowing that there was a trailer to take me straight there. And I wasn't a kid at this time. I was probably a teenager at this point, because I don't even remember what time Jarlheim came out, but you know, it was pretty funny. Hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope that thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope that it made you giggle just as much as it made me giggle. And I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye, guys.